Hello friends, and welcome back for episode 12 of the Terraria 1.3 Let's Play. Hope you're all doing well today. Some little bits of housekeeping before we get into our adventuring as usual. I did a little bit of something off camera that I want to mention, and you maybe, if you're being particularly observant, notice something different in my bar up at the top there. So I did a little bit of scouring for some gold just because I wanted to get that all moving along. I didn't look very hard or very far, but I went back to our little kind of ice dungeon roaming area over here. So there was a few little nuggets that I found up in the ceilings of a few places over in this direction. Ended up going a little bit deeper, not much. I think like maybe this chunk down was what I discovered. And somewhere around here, I ended up finding a chest. I think it was actually over here, this little cubby hole in the corner. And in that chest was an ice mirror, which is really not a big deal or anything. It just is a magic mirror that is basically themed to the ice world. I thought it was kind of more elegant looking than the one that we're so used to seeing in the hotbar, so I favorited it and I put the other one away in the chest. No big deal, just wanted to let you know, not keeping any secrets, that's what that is, that's where that came from, and now you know what's up. So for today, first things first, we got to sort out the rest of our gold armor setup, so we're actually just going to grab some bars out of here, because now I've got 44, which should be enough to do everything I need to do. And all I need to do, really, is get in the right position on my map that I'm able to select a gold helmet. So there we go. We've done that. We have a gold helmet. It is now on us, and it's still replaced by the Viking helmet, so, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do that for the moment so you can see how cool it looks. And we'll also, like, toggle our visibilities off, like, all of these, really? There we go. Alright, now I've got the full gold jumpsuit. Now I just need, like, the Kill Bill black stripe down the left and right sides of my legs. So we'll drop these off in our armor spot over here. And there we go. We've got the complete set of that. And we actually... I also found a second Viking helmet, by the way. I know that might be a big deal, but in my grabbing gold, that did show up. So there we go. Now we've got two of those. Another thing that I wanted to make was... Let's just do this real quick here. I wanted to grab a chain because someone was so helpful in the comments as to suggest that if I get a chain, and I think it was some gold, I'm going to double check here. I might actually need to build a new table or something to do this kind of thing. Or maybe I'm standing in the wrong spot. Why don't we try it over here? Nope, it's not doing what I was wanting. Okay, somebody wanted to suggest that I make a stopwatch or some kind of gold watch. And perhaps I could combine a bunch of items in my inventory. So we're going to do a little quick ask of this fellow over here. So I got some chains. What can I do with chains, my fellow? Tin watch, silver watch, tungsten watch. Oh yeah, there's the gold watch. I needed 10 bars, and a chain requires... what does it require? Tells the time, equipable. Just says, yeah, chain and 10 gold bars. I have those things. I must not be standing in the right spot. Alright, let's look here. And you know what? I'm gonna go and do the unthinkable. I might undo this later. But I'm gonna turn off the whole... what is it? Auto pause. There it is. So now I should be able to actually move around and see when this changes. And yeah, that should give me an indication. Wait. No, it's none of those. Right? I don't see it. What about up here? Alright, what kind of crafting table do I need to build a watch? Oh, I need the wiki. It should just be this right here, I thought. 10 gold chains, 10 gold bars. I've also got the iron bars in there too, so like neither of those are showing up. Oh, was it just a regular table? That's what it was, regular table. Okay, well, there we go. Sorted that out. Now, let's go to the next step. Let's go to this guy here, grab our watch, toss it in. What do I need for a GPS, folks? Depth meter and compass will combine with a watch for that. Okay, what's this one? Oh, it's a 1-second timer. Alright, let's make ourselves a GPS and see how far down the crafting rabbit hole we can go. I believe we want to stand right about here and not shoot our sword at the moment. There we go, GPS. Give me, please. And we've just consolidated a few items. I love it! Ultimately, I'd love to consolidate even more of these items, so let's see if there's anything else I can do. Like with this life form analyzer. What do I need here? Radar. I have radar. life form analyzer, and tally counter. Oh, I don't think I get that for a little bit yet. And what can I do with the GPS? PDA, GPS, fish finder, goblin tech, and rec 3000. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're a little ways away from finding all that stuff. I've never seen this one before. Displays valuable ore? That seems really useful. Alright, I want that. Let's get that. Cool. So missions. Those are our missions. Let's get those things eventually. It's going to be awesome. For now, though, let's toss the rest of our junk back in the box and get to our usual adventurings, if possible. This will do like that. I don't need these chains. What would I put? Chains can be in general. It's like, you know, silk, chains, kind of all the same world there. And we've actually got a bit of an overflow chest now for all these extra bars that have built over time. So that's all looking good. There's one other thing I wanted to do while I was here. What was it? Oh, I wanted to take the silk out of here and do one more little crafty thing before we go, just in case, because this shouldn't take long, and it's going to be, well, it's going to be useful for me. It's not that big of a deal. 15 wood and that. Okay, got it. We've got the wood necessary. We've got the silk necessary. Now I just need to stand in the right spot. And where is it? I'm making a bed, by the way, if you couldn't tell. There's no bed. Alright, we need... Terraria devs, I know you're listening to me right now. The next thing we need to take our Terraria experience to the next level is like a consolidated... or a way to consolidate all of this crafting stuff, all of these tables of various kinds into one item, so I don't have to do this weird game where I walk across my room 100 times trying to find the spot I need to stand to craft the item I want. It gets a little silly after a while to try and remember, because there's so many options. None of these are yielding a bed. You know what? Living wood bed. Don't care. Does what I want. I was gonna make a regular bed. Living wood bed is made of leaves or something, and that's okay. Let's put it centered-ish. There we go. Spawn point set. Now when I regenerate, I don't have to actually walk back to my house anymore. Fantastic. Little steps, little baby steps in the right direction, that's all I ask. Cool. I think we're ready to go. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. Oh, a heart lantern. Why can I make that? Oh, because life crystals and chains. I have life crystals now. You know what? We're going to make a heart lantern, because these are actually pretty useful. And even if I don't necessarily want to use it right now, it will probably be great for bosses, and it actually slots in very nicely right there. Okay. Good. Just to address, people have asked me a few times what's up with the lack of cool housing. I am going to make cool housing. I'm going to keep telling you guys a bunch of times. I am going to definitely make cool housing. I haven't done it yet. I'm biding my time until the time is right, and at which point I will strike and I will make sweet housing. I'm going to wait until I get more materials. I'm going to wait until I've got all the NPCs that I think are reasonable to accommodate, and once I know exactly what my spacing is going to be, I can start to deconstruct the boring wood house and turn it into something more interesting. I may make specific houses for certain NPCs, or I might find a way to kind of work them all into one cool castle. That might be a lot of fun, actually. I've never really built like a mega structure in this game, so maybe I'll do that. But it is going to definitely take some time and a lot of, well, I don't know if ingenuity is the right word, but perseverance may be more accurate. And that'll be, it'll be fun, though. It's just going to take a while. So when the time is right, we will get into that whole business. For now, we've got a wood box, and I'm sorry it's boring. So we're going to make our way back to the jungle. As you might remember from last episode, our next mission was to try and kill the queen bee, at least to find out where it is, try and map out as much of the jungle as possible, and not get wrecked while finding cool treasures and such. So we're going to resume on that. Shouldn't take that long, I'm hoping, because we're not doing too bad. I know people suggested that I skip the golden tier armor. I know why you said it, and it makes sense that you said it. But this is what we're going to run with just for the moment, because I just wanted to have like a single episode where I'm wearing the cool armor that I have in the thumbnail. Seems appropriate to me. Oh, and I also should have made some more torches while I was at home. Each episode I seem to run through like one full stack of torches. Well, roughly. There are worse things. I guess it means that I'm doing my best to light up the world for you. And remembering also fall damage is still a factor here. wish I could have combined more of my accessories. Well, at least we have the GPS. Also, what did that give me for a bonus? 4% melee speed. That's, you know, not the worst. I want that. That 4% damage would be so nice. What if I just switch this out for the moment? Probably not the best idea. I'm just looking at the other options I have. That 4% damage might really be great. Just gotta remember if I get in the water, like, hey, can't really do much with that now. Don't know why I double placed that torch, but I think we're good. Yeah, this seems to be the only real way down. Those freaking jungle vines everywhere, they act like walls, essentially. Like, if we were in one big studio apartment that is the jungle, these would be, like, your space dividers. And they block right out with the light. Which is why I make such an effort to try and destroy them so often. I'll actually just, a lot of times, I'll just flail my sword about. Hey, I'll make a whole bunch of heart lanterns, I guess. Not gonna turn them down. I mean, that's the main reason I want to grab them these days, is for the quicker HP regen. Oh, and yes, I do know that I can use my grappling hook to break through spider webs and stuff. I don't know why I don't do it very often, but I do know that I can do that. Is this gonna go somewhere? It looks like... No? Okay, I guess not. So I want to really just blaze a new path if possible in here. Which is not really what I'm doing right now. I'm just sort of hopping about in places I've already been. How about we go down to the left, because it's dark over in this direction. Oh, hello. It's like a good bit of tungsten there in the wall. Oh, you know what I should have checked before? And I bet I'm going to get comments about this, but I don't know if I had to use a gold watch for that formula before. I just did it because it was what I had just picked up a bunch of, so it seemed like intuitive to me to do it that way. You know, sometimes I just do stuff impulsively because it's what's in front of my eyes at the moment. I think that's kind of the nature of these types of games, though, that, like, you don't really have to worry too much. Because it's not like there's a time limit. I'm never going to be like, hey, we only get to make so many episodes of this Let's Play, and if I haven't created cool stuff by X episode, it's just never going to happen. I can always go back and just reformat, change stuff up, make it more interesting, make it more useful, whatever those things happen to be. And if I'm ever lacking in resources, I can always just start a new world if it's absolutely necessary, which it very likely won't be, at least for now. I mean, there's a few things that new worlds almost are required to get, but not yet. Right now we're still quite early in the game. And maybe I'm playing a little bit slowly, but I think that's more my style. I think it's more fun this way. I think I enjoy it more anyway. We get some time to be kind of casual and chill about it, explore at our own pace, build what we want, make the proper, the levels of equipment or whatever we want to do. And we're not really bound by anything other than our own dreams. That's the way it goes. We're bound by our own dreams and only those. Oh, I guess we'll just kind of cut through here. I guess I could have just gone back around the other way, huh? But yeah, it's sometimes I get comments that are like kind of trying to rush me along or something. It's like, there's no need to rush. We've got all the time in the world. I made like 90 episodes on the last Let's Play, and I had a great time doing it. And there were still things I never did in that I just kind of got a little bit bored of not having new content to see because I just kind of moved along the boss path. And I might as well take our time to savor what we've got. Savor the flavor. And what is this? Oh, we got an anklet of the wind. I don't think I had that yet, actually. That's cool. A couple more wands of various types, some more arrows that I don't need, more gold bars, and more gravitation potions. I should really get on the whole grabbing Sky Islands thing pretty soon before they're not useful. Maybe I'll try and prioritize that for, like, the next episode or so. Maybe the next couple episodes. I want this green torch as well. Probably not really useful, but, I like collecting weird stuff like that. Oh, there's a bow statue over here, as well as, like, a pile of emeralds. I think I had enough emeralds already to do what I needed to do, but it's always good to have more. I guess there's not really a lot of cases where you'll be angry to have too many gems. I don't think there's enough uses for them, honestly. Well, okay, maybe that's not true, because there's probably, like, late-game formulas for them that I've never actually tried. I'm just thinking early on, what are your uses for gems? Like, you can make colorful torches, you can make swords, the laser swords, but that's, like, not even early game. That's, like, well, mid-early game, if that's a thing that I can say. I don't know. But yeah, that's really all you get to do with those. There's some more jungle spores. I think I passed some on the last episode, so sorry about that if I did. I guess sometimes I just kind of miss stuff because I'm following some sort of course of logic or reasoning and just not really thinking too hard. Alright, that's a lot of statues. What's in this chest? Another cloud in a bottle. More recall potions, because when are there not? And more arrows. Alright, let's grab all these statues. We'll remember to use our pig this time, actually, because we're already almost full. Let's just pop our pig down somewhere. Can we put it on the ground here? Oh yeah, we can put it on that platform. Perfect. So let's get rid of the statues. We're probably not going to find duplicates of those right now, anyway. We're definitely not going to find stacks of most of these accessories, and now I'm getting beaten up by this freaking jungle slime. Get out of here, you dingo! Alright, jeez. That was unnecessary. I might find stacks of life crystals, leave that for the moment, might find that. Don't need rope. Might get more chests, don't need that. Just trying to do the quick version so we don't take too long inventory managing it. Again, sometimes it feels like all I do in this game. And we'll definitely find more cobwebs, and we'll definitely find more stone as well. But oh well. And we'll toss our gold in here so we can bank it for the moment. Alright, looking good. And we'll get rid of these, because we can actually keep most of this stuff in our inventory or cosmetic slots. Again, I know those don't confer a bonus to me, I'm just doing it for the sake of arguments so I know what I've got. And you know what? Let's do that. Let's free up one more inventory slot. I always like it that, like, my use items, the stuff that I go through pretty regularly, are all stacked up, like, over here. And you know what? We've got so many potions, we don't really need to keep them up top. Okay, we're good. Oh, and right, I've got to take my pig back, so actually that does make it not even anymore. I could throw, like, one more of these items over, but you know what? It's good. No rare creatures nearby. I'm almost never going to notice when that says something, by the way, so I just want to give you the heads up right now. I apologize that that's the case, but it is not where my eyes are generally focusing. So if it flashes like there's a, what is it, trapped girl or whatever it is, rare trapped girl thing, I'm probably not going to see that. I'm going to be sad about it after the fact. I'm going to lament it, I suppose, a little bit, but I think she just has, like, a chance to drop cosmetic clothing or something. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's get back to killing wasps over here. And maybe grabbing a little bit of gold. I'm back on my gold shows kick, actually. It's kind of funny that I'm needing gold in this while also in watching these shows on Discovery Channel. Rather through Hulu, but they're Discovery Channel network properties. You know, the old Alaskan gold and gold of the Bering Sea. It seems like one of those really cliche things to say, but, like, I feel like I could have a cool life as a gold miner. I think that would have been, like, a sweet alternate world to be born into. I mean, just think about gold miners in general. They have so much character, don't they? I mean, maybe that's what I aspire to as a person with more character, but, like, someone who's worldly, who can live in the wilderness and, you know, mines the earth for their income, that just sounds like such a badass thing to do with your life. Like, how can you really have too many regrets if you spent your life digging for gold? That's fucking awesome. Just saying. Pardon my language. I try to keep the language a little bit down on this series, but just saying. If you never watched those shows, by the way, they're super addictive. I don't know what it is about the idea of, I guess, seeing, like, the immediate payout of what they find. I wish they would play down the drama a bit more, though. I understand that's, like, what they do. Oh, slime is falling from the sky. That means I might be able to fight the king slime if I go back upstairs. Which I might want to do, because there could be some good drops. And I probably don't want to miss it. But that happens at the end of the slime thing, so I think I still have a few moments here before I have to worry about missing that encounter. If that's even how that works. It might have just been a coincidence that I fought the king slime at the end of that event. Although it just does make sense that that would be how that does work. But yeah, just in general, like, if you've never seen those shows, they're definitely good. But yeah, the drama gets to be a bit too much. They end up with all these situations that feel so manufactured for the camera, and, like, I know they can just not do that, and it'll still be just as interesting. I just wonder, like, how do they come to that conclusion that this is the only way that we can do our series? They've got to have this certain X amount of drama that we build in. And then how do they focus those events? Like, the producers have to come up with reasons to have this stuff happen. I don't think most of the time there's, like, within a certain amount of hours, there's always going to be some big fight or some big problem. A lot of the time, things just go fine for a while. Now, I know it's a very intrinsically risky proposition to do what they're doing, and I'm sure there are events that do occur that are quite risky. In fact, the whole endeavor is incredibly risky, especially when you're dealing with, you know, the scuba diving scenarios. Oh, this could kill me. That was very close to killing me. That would have been a quick way to warp up, though. In fact, some of those issues they run into with the scuba diving stuff, like, are just idiotic. Like, I don't know how a producer could watch some of this stuff unfolding and not be like, you're gonna kill this guy if you don't do something a little bit smarter than what you're doing right now. One of the first episodes of the scuba diving one, the dude, like, forgot to put the snorkel on the air compressor, so the guy scuba diving was just breathing in carbon monoxide for 8 hours while he was, like, stressing himself out underwater, which probably would have killed him. In fact, I'm not sure why it didn't kill him. I don't really know how exactly carbon monoxide poisoning works as far as, like, what it does to your body over time. But I was under the impression that, like, a few hours of that, you'll almost definitely not be in a good way, or dead by the end of that experience. So, you know, good on him that he lived through it, but geez. Really? You couldn't have checked that? And then, of course, they blamed the captain, which, you know, in that case, it was his fault, but at the same time, you know, it was the guy's brother that was under the water. You know, look out for your freaking brother, man. Make sure he's not gonna die. Even if you don't care about this guy at all, like, come on, have a little bit of empathy here. It's a really bad position to be in. Alright, there's a crystal heart over there. I guess I may as well grab it for the sake of more heart lamps. I think I've already got about 3. 3 or 4, actually. Can't see anything. Come on. Anything else going on down here? It looks like we're almost clear of this zone. By zone, I mean this particular little compartment we've built out of the ground. And what's shooting me? More wasps, and it looks like a bunch more gold over here. I love that at the end of every episode of Bering Sea Gold 2, it's like, this is not a get-rich-quick operation. Don't go do this. A lot of the people that have done this have died. Like, we're of that mind, right? That we've got to tell each other these things, or we will just run off and go adventuring. So it's a weird world we live in where, like, that's possible. You can just change life trajectories so quickly. Hey, I got a Hasty Bezoar. This is immunity to poison, and I believe it combines with a few things later on that might be quite useful. Gotta remember, I don't have pause anymore when I'm pausing right now, or not pausing, looking at it in my inventory. Get a few more jungle spores, and I think maybe we'll head back early and see what's up with the slimes. Oh, did I get it already? Yeah, I did. Is this anything? I saw this kind of blue. Oh, there's a little bit of honey. Alright. Get a little bit of honey pop going on. And that was an awful sound. What was that? Did you hear that? Like a little bit of a toothy growl happening off in the darkness. Oh, okay, here we go. I think we've got the honeycomb I was after this whole time. Alright, that's good. At least we've got a direction now. And we can get to some honey if we need it, because this is actually quite useful later on when we're building boss arenas. We can actually stand in this stuff, and it gives us a buff. Not that stuff, this stuff. See this over here? Honey, life regeneration is increased, and that lasts for a little while after we get out. Okay, not very long, actually. I thought it was a lot longer than that. Let's grab some honey blocks. See if we can craft those into something cool. I don't even know, actually, what you can make out of them, but figured it might be cool to have some. And let's just go find the entrance. Or is there going to be an entrance? I don't know. The angle might have been weird here. That's a lot of man-eaters all in one spot. Okay, gotcha. Oh, wow. Boulder trap almost got me as well there. And then I almost fell for a good way. Alright, I know I'm getting further away, but I just wanted to find the entrance. I'm guessing this is not how I'm going to get to it. And now we've gotten into a marble zone, which is not ideal. Oh, there's another honeycomb over here. Marble zone means Medusa, means possibly getting frozen and falling to my death. What it can do is, even if you have a set of wings, which is later on, The Medusa can actually freeze you in midair and cause you to plummet out of the air, and fall damage becomes a thing again at that point. And that sucks. I really don't want that to happen at all. Alright, where... Is there not an entrance? Do I have to dig my way in? I don't know if that's even a thing that can happen, but it looks like it might be. Alright, it shouldn't take that long. We're just going to kind of do a quick... We're going to dig a little divot in here, probably drop a few bombs in. Actually, we won't drop a few bombs in case we accidentally activate the boss fight that I'm not necessarily going to be doing right now. Oh, right, when I break into some of these, we end up fighting bees some of the time, which are doing quite a bit of damage, actually, to me. Okay, it's like, what, 4 more tiles down? 3 more? Come on, bees. Where's my honey? Is right. Alright, there is a boss fight in here that we can engage in. I'm a little worried about doing it, though, right now. I don't feel ready. Maybe I am, though. If I botch it, I think I've got to go somewhere else to fight this boss next time. This is not a lot of space, actually, to fight this thing within. I would like to maybe dig out one of these walls. Do I have sticky bombs? I should make some sticky bombs, just dig out the walls real fast. I think I had some, but I put them back in my chest. Alright, let's do one of these. Get out of the way. And it should kill most of the bees. I was hoping... Oh, God. That's not so good. Oh, man. I was hoping their damage didn't stack. I think we're alright. Apparently, digging out the walls of these beehives is a little riskier than I anticipated. And there's like a thing drowning in the honey here. Okay, I guess we are going to fight the boss then. I wasn't ready for that. I didn't even make platforms yet. Okay, we're leaving this zone. This is not good. Not good, not good. Oh, now there's bees again. It's shooting them at me because of course it is. It's the queen bee, that's what it does. Okay, what do I have? Sword. Get my sword. Thankfully, the boss patterns here are pretty predictable. We're not in expert mode or anything, so like all I really need to do is just keep a little bit of distance, try not to get beat up too much by all the bees. It actually drops hearts occasionally, which is fantastic. That's the little bees dying, of course, doing that. And we'll just keep trying to shoot it with the sword as much as possible. I have shuriken also that I think I might use. I kept them in my inventory for this very reason. I don't know if these will be that useful, but give it a shot. The idea being, like, I can throw them straight up and hopefully I'd get 2 hits as it falls back down. You know what? No. Oh, this is real bad. This is very, very bad. Oh, I missed. I missed. Oh, I'm gonna die. Teleport! Alright. That was a great attempt at a boss fight, wasn't it? Okay, good. We live, though, and that's what's important. Let's heal up. Now let's go from the frying pan into the fire, if we could. I'm gonna very quickly dump a couple things out of my inventory, namely some statues here. I know I've still got some stuff sitting on my pig, so we'll go back to that in a bit. Let's also dump some blocks with quick stack, and we'll pop up to nature, where I think this will take quite a few things away as well. There we go. Now we actually have a little bit of room to work with if I need. Hive wall, platforms, bombs, some ore, some gold ore, some bees ore. It's not actually how you say that, but you know. Never one to get too much into an argument over semantics when it comes to things like that. People say this is pronounced Terraria. I say Terraria. Potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Alright, that's enough inventory space now that we can do what we need. Don't really need that. So let's get outside. Let's see the world ahead of us. Hopefully I can fight this king slime properly. If I do get to engage it, I don't know. Is it maybe just like kill so many slimes in a certain amount of time? Slime time? You know what I could do while we're waiting for the boss to possibly engage? Let's go grab some potions. Let's do a little bit of over and under exploration here. So the way the gravitation potion works, if you're not familiar, is I pop one, and then I can turn the world upside down and fly up into the sky. Without wings, there is still the potential that the potion wears off, and then I fall to my death. I don't have too much to worry about right now with that, though. What am I going to lose? Some money? I have, like, 1 gold on me. Let's put that away, actually, just to be extra safe. Every gold counts, especially when I need reforges so readily. There we go. And it takes no time at all. Unlike the setup we've got going on the expert mode stream, I can actually just pop them right into my pig. See, we're sharing gold and using like a general chest in the stream, so I can't really do quick stack stuff, which kind of sucks. All right, so where should I start for this whole thing? Let's take a quick look at the map. Yeah, I might as well just start by this tree over here. We'll just kind of pop up in the air. How do I reverse? There we go. Alright, so we're just going to fall to space, and then we're just going to kind of look around for anything, really. We want to try and stay, like, roughly in the middle of the zones, just so we get an idea if there's, you know, just anything to see at all. If we run into some cloud lakes, could be a good spot to fish. Apparently you can get horseshoes out of those. We don't want to go too high, because we're not going to find a sky island in space, most likely. We're just trying to paint with a very broad brush here, just to get an idea if we're even close to anything. It's not the neatest looking, and that I kind of regret, but, you know, we'll go back and fill that out once we have a better ability to move around. It is nice to actually augment these potions with a bit of flying, but, like I said, we'll get back to that stuff later. Nothing so far, not even a hint of an island. People have told me they tend to appear above tall trees, or they tend to appear where there's nice ore in the ground. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the tell signs are, really, for these islands. Played a lot of this game. There's still a lot of things I don't know. But that's kind of what's cool about playing with you guys in the comments. Ah, there we are. What do we have? Alright. Yeah, we've got a sky island. Proper one. Let's pop in here. And we'll be safe from the feather attacks. We've got a Star Fury. It's really not any better than what we have, but it does cause stars to fall from the sky, and that's pretty cool. Also got a bit of money, swiftness potion, some arrows, recall potions, which are apparently in every freaking thing I ever do. Yeah, we're good. I think we got the idea here. Maxed out on wooden arrows anyway. And just to be completionist, we'll go ahead and grab that chest. Might as well continue on before we finish off this potion. Still got another minute or so, might as well get some use out of it. What am I looking for out of here? Well, to be honest, it's kind of up in the air, quite literally. Horseshoe could be nice, just because that combines with other stuff. But ultimately, I mean, I don't really have a direct aim in mind. I just want to see what's up here. Also, with the idea of 1.3, I don't really know if there are new items that I might run into in the Sky Island, so I want to make sure I get whatever's available. And we'll wait until about, like, 10 seconds left of this to toss the new potion on, and then we can continue flying around. I believe with the 6 that I've got left, we should be able to get to pretty much every one of them, hopefully. Provided I don't do that too often and then end up in the sky. Space, rather. 7, 6, 5 are good enough. 3 more minutes to go. Oop. I don't know why I just needed to do that. I wanted to see how close we were to the border. Okay, stop. Stop going into space. We get the idea. I guess I get a better, like, clear percent that way if I go arched up a little higher. Slime has stopped falling from the sky. Oh. Did I miss the encounter, or was there an encounter? Maybe I didn't kill enough slimes. I'm looking at the last arch on the map, and I'm thinking, hey, do I want to go up that high? No, I could probably stay closer to this region. Right about there is good. Just go in and out of that space music over and over again. I don't know actually how quickly we're moving to the left. Are we approaching the beach yet? Really hard to say, isn't it? Alright, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and look. Oh yeah, we still got a ways to go. Don't kill me. Trying to juggle the M key while also flipping the world, not getting too much velocity. It's a lot to ask, isn't it? Pretty dismal so far. One Sky Island out of all of this space. Sorry if this is not the most entertaining part of the video, but, you know, hopefully a few more discoveries will help. 2 more minutes on this one. Hopefully we'll get to the edge of this side of the world within this remaining potion. I guess if not, it's not the end of the world either. We could always just warp back home and then immediately turn to the other direction too. I've never seen any less than maybe 3 or 4 Sky Islands per world, so I'm a little surprised I haven't run into another one by now. They might just all be on the other side. If that's the case, I guess so be it. I've also never really seen them too far over to the left or right. They tend to be more central than that. I mean, granted, I don't know if any of this is based in anything, but I'm just talking about my own personal experience. It's quite possible that they could spawn right over the beach, and I don't know. Maybe they have. Maybe they do. Maybe they will. That's why we keep going. Another tree coming up over here. We're actually running down on this next potion. Not looking forward to seeing the map after this, too. It'd be such a mess. Oh, there's the top of that tree. Have you guys noticed, maybe this is just my game, but after each one of the patches, the worlds and characters that I've put stars next to in the, like, main menu, they tend to reset. Although it, like, keeps one of them at random, and I'm not sure why it keeps the one it does. I know they had a bit of a glitch or something with it, just, like, deleting all your favorites. Not deleting the worlds, but deleting what was starred. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to pop yet another one here. I'd like to see something again pretty soon. But yeah, I was wondering if that was actually just me, or if you've also experienced similar things. Alright, we're actually to the beach now. Finally, that was a bit of a long jaunt to get over there. And that means that we're very close to the edge of the world. I see no more islands. This has been a lot of sparse sky. It's totally empty. I wonder if I should farm sharks. Alright, there we go. So that's the end of that. Now, without too much delay, let's just finish mapping the edge. Goodbye. And let's go in the other direction now. It's got to be done eventually, I guess. Just making sure there's not one directly over my house. That would be kind of embarrassing. Could have just built a dirt wall up into the sky the whole time. Man, if I had the slime mount right now, that would actually be really handy. Oh, there's a sky lake, it looks like. Yeah, so in 1.3, they can actually spawn completely empty islands now that are just useful for fishing. So, you know, that's what that's all about. Somebody in the bug reports was like, I got a sky island that has nothing in it. What's wrong with this game? Yeah, it's working as intended. But yeah, if I get the slime mount, this would actually be great, because I could actually fall really, really fast. So I'd probably get a lot more coverage out of each individual potion. Oh yeah, now you can see, like, looking at the ground as I move, how not fast I'm moving horizontally. Okay, we've gone too high again. Chill out. I do expect that we'll find at least one more Sky Island before we wrap it up. I'd be pretty surprised if we don't. Oh, we've gone too high. I gotta set the expectations a bit lower here. Keep it a little bit lower. Come on. It's gonna look like that freaking coffee cup design. You ever see that? There's like this purple and blue, like, scribble. It looks like it's crayons on the side of a coffee cup that you can get, like, all over the world. And on Reddit, well, maybe I don't know if it's all over the world. Maybe it's just all over the United States. On Reddit, someone's like, hey, we just realized we have no idea who designed this incredibly ubiquitous piece of graphic design work. So then the hunt became on to find out who did that. And I didn't follow it long enough to know if they ever figured it out. But it's kind of like a scribble up and down pattern in, like, purple and blue crayon. Almost guaranteed you've seen it if you've ever had coffee from a gas station. It's just, like, on all the cups. Alright, Sky Islands, come on. Oh, I've run out. There we go. Good thing I noticed that in time before I crashed into the ground. Oh, there's an island right here. Okay. I saw that line. I was like, what's going on with that? Looks like another lake. Delightful. Alright, well I can't really get any items out of this, so... keeping on. Oh, that actually spawned like a lot higher than I expected it to. Partially why maybe I was so confused by the whole thing. Okay, get off the island, please. Also, probably don't want to keep that highlighted over the magic mirror. I'm going to end up teleporting myself back by accident. Eventually it gets very disorienting, turning over and over and over and over and over again. Kind of forget which direction is normally up. Also, it doesn't help much that I'm just looking at the map. Come on. The waterfalls are really useful, actually, for finding these. Seeing that line at a different altitude is like a really good clue that you're getting close. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, looks like we've got... Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that's a little embarrassing. Killed by a cloud. You'd think they'd be softer. At least we do know where we're going, though, this time. Let's see how far over that was. Oh, that was halfway around the world. Yeah, look at that. Freaking crayon scribbles all over the top of my map. How ugly. Alright, let's get rid of that for a moment. We're gonna have to do a little bit of running. And we'll just go... we'll scope that out. And maybe I'll just finish off the rest of what's left. And then we'll call it a day. There wasn't that much more. We're like... yeah, we're about halfway over. Gotta have a little bit of perseverance if you want to get those good loots. Maybe those good loots could include an actual loot. That would be cool. They have them in Starbound. Why not Terraria? Terraria. That's my new tactic, by the way, for getting by mobs. Just run straight into them. Eventually they'll give way. Excuse me, eyeball. Coming through. Oh, right, I took my flippers off. For that extra sweet damage. I'm keeping it in my accessory slot, so it's not like I can't just go back and grab it again in a second. Very happy I put that bridge there yet again. How close are we? Oh, we're like halfway to being halfway. Okay. That's not even true. We were just halfway straight up. Through the ice. Haven't visited this far over to the right in a little while. A lot of frost leaf all over the ground. Forget what that's used for. Should probably be grabbing it. One thing I know is if I run into a strange plant, I definitely want to grab that. What they can do is they'll give you like a special type of dye that is exclusive to that plant, I suppose. Like it's a one-shot, like pretty rare grab. And I found one in the expert mode playthrough. By the way, the I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but the oh, it's Shiverthorn. I said the wrong name. Frostleaf is Clicker Heroes, as well as maybe World of Warcraft. I don't know. I did a lot of herbalism in World of Warcraft, so maybe that's... I don't know if that's the case. Yeah, the VODs are actually going up now, so if you watch, they'll be up in big old 2-hour blocks. I don't know if I'll post them every day. Maybe I'll post them every other day, just to give you, like, a little bit of a breather. So it's not just like, here's 3 hours of Terraria every day, and then you don't have any time to watch any of it, and then nobody watches things anymore, and they get frustrated that I'm posting so much. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the posting schedule for Terraria Expert Mode? Yeah, here we go. Let's flip over. Try not to run into the island this time and kill myself. There's my money back. Well, some of it anyway. And there we are. Okay. A little tough to see that I was about to run into something there because it was completely pitch black. We've got a lucky horseshoe! Hooray! And of course more recall potions that are delicious fodder for my garbage can. We'll take this chest as well for our further skyware. And let's do like oversized load on a truck and put a little flag at the end of this so we don't run into it again. Granted, I ran into it on this side, but at least now it's on the map. We'll do the same over here. Beautiful. Alright, so 2 more potions to get through that amount of space. Can we do it? I don't know. Let's try. Oh, also, I think I still had one active when I popped that one, so I'm an idiot. Whatever. Keep going. Try not to dwell on the mistakes. I'll never forget the time I started making anvils en masse. I don't know what I was thinking there. Always great, too, when you're, like, sorting through your inventory and you happen to accidentally misclick on the wrong part of the UI. And, bam, all of a sudden you've thrown a bomb in your house and the world is exploding. All your NPCs are going to be so pissed, and now you've got to rebuild. These mistakes happen. They're always good for a good laugh, though. I wonder if there's flying mounts in this. Like, maybe you get to the end of the progression path now and you can just, like, actually fly through the sky and cover every inch of the map. I wonder if there's also a map percent complete, like, an option, like the, all the stuff that I keep collecting, these various little electronic gadgets that sit in my inventory, add all this information to my UI here. Also, in case you didn't know, these little icons here are really helpful. You can actually turn these on and off, like if you're not interested in seeing depth, turn off your position, turn off your depth, and then these little readouts will just go away. So, yeah, kind of a nice little cool thing I figured out the other day in case you don't want a cluttered up UI. I'm fine with having them mostly on, though. I went way too high there. Hopefully I didn't miss a sky island in that little black area between. Probably not. Not a lot of space there. Oh, is that the beach already? That may be the whole thing. We may have just covered the whole thing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it totally is. Thought I saw the map stop scrolling for a second, but I wasn't 100% on that. But good, we did find at least the Lucky Horseshoe. I'm guessing there's not going to be any more Sky Islands, so yeah, there it is, the end of the world. I guess just for completion's sake, maybe I'll just go back for a second and go hit that little spot that I kind of missed. I don't think there could be one this low, right? Still, it's nice to have the sky not be made up of a whole bunch of weird black blotches everywhere. I'll be very surprised if they hid one right in that perfect space. And up. Just got this little bounding box. I feel like I'm a brush in MS Paint, clearing out a bunch of space. There we go. At least it's not going to be a strange shard in the middle of it all. And that's going to pretty much do it. Alright, so I'll have to look back through my accessories list, see what I can combine, if anything. Maybe I can get some good stuff out of what I've got. Oh, crap. Fitting end to this episode, I would say. You know what, we're going to let that 52 silver just live there, because it doesn't actually matter that much. Map, go away. Thank you very much. That's going to be today's episode, a weird anticlimactic finish, but I have some inventory sorting to do. We got our Lucky Horseshoe, we got our Star Fury, we found our Queen Bee boss. We didn't fight the King Slime, but we know where to go next time if, well, we know roughly where to go, because there's actually another beehive over here. Maybe want to make sure I can take it on properly before I get in there, and hopefully not fall into a bunch of deadly darkness, because deadly darkness don't die. D4. There you go. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you're still enjoying the series. Make sure you leave a like if you are. It definitely helps out. And I will see you next time for another one.